I like baseball because
You get to hit in the outfield.
I get to meet new friends and have fun and hit the ball.
Where does baseball belong? And who gets to play? History tells us one thing. Recent trends suggest another. But the Anderson Monarchs of South Philadelphia know differently.
I feel like they're ignoring the greatest pool of talent in this country, in the world, is right here in our inner cities.
Good job, Jax. That's a good jump.
This is the first known picture of Monet in her Monarchs uniform. She was 7 then. With her pink glove, that was her signature. People started to figure out it was a girl.
The Anderson Monarchs were formed by Coach Steve Bandura in 1995. What started as a humble youth sports program experienced remarkable success over the past 25 years. One year in particular stands out.
I think it just shattered a lot of stereotypes. Everybody thinks it's a lack of interest on the part of inner city kids. It's not, it's just a total lack of, no matter what the sport, it's a lack of opportunity.
In the world of $5,000 summer travel teams and $800 weekend showcases, opportunity is scarce for kids like the Monarchs.
With this program, cost is never an issue. They just want you to come and be dedicated, love what you're doing, and they give you everything that they have, every bit of breath, sweat, and tears, everything.
Big left, reach, pull in.
The Monarchs make sure the program is inexpensive, but it's not modest.
Every Monarchs team is in the academy multiple days a week, really just kind of getting after it and working on their craft, working on their game.
Bandura's most successful team, which includes his son Scott and Monet Davis, will have 9 players play Division I baseball. Davis will play D1 softball. A generation ago, that would have been impossible to believe.
It was the grandparents that knew about baseball and not the parents, because it skipped that generation. I would hear a couple of older guys in the neighborhood telling me about how huge black baseball was. This was the epicenter of black baseball back in the 30s and 40s and 50s even. And then one of the neighbors here sent me a photo she had found in an old book from 1921 of a baseball game going on this exact field, and it's packed.
This photo convinced Bandura of something he felt all along. The Monarchs weren't creating something new on this patch of grass. They were simply bringing it back. The Monarchs' most famous alum is now a freshman at Hampton University. Although 300 miles away, for Monet, the Anderson Monarchs will always be home.
I don't know what I'd be doing if it wasn't for the Anderson Monarchs. Coach Steve, who has been my coach since I was 7, he's really given us free lessons on how to become a better player. Had no clue what baseball was. I just knew that I could throw a ball.
She, in the beginning, was a novelty, but after the first couple of years, the novelty part of it wore off, and she, they knew how good she was.
He basically got, pretty much my whole team scholarships for D1 colleges. It kind of shows that money won't really buy you a lot, and it's all about the passion that the coach has for the kids. I actually texted him when I left to kind of thank him for everything.
Well, this came at Friday at 1:40 a.m. From opening up your arms to a little girl from South Philly to sending me to one of the best schools, I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me and for the rest of the team.
And, he texted me back and said that I pretty much earned it myself, but if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here.
Every year, a homecoming party connects Anderson Monarchs past and present. The main event, a sign for every new college graduate who has come through the program.
Younger kids are looking constantly when they're playing or seeing these signs, and they all want their signs to be up there too, and the only way to get one is to graduate from college.
In my eyes, we are much bigger than a youth sports organization. We love to compete, we love to win, but when we improve the quality of life, that's a win. When we help you, place in a college, those things to me are the win.
The opportunities extend beyond the field and the classroom. In 2012, the Monarchs set out on a barnstorming tour that mimicked a 1947 Negro League road trip. Baseball was just one part of the experience.
When you connect these kids to the rich baseball history and African American community, how does that change the way they view the game?
It makes the kids feel like they belong, like this is their game too, and that they have every right to play this game and it's part of their history, and they embrace it. I think some of those old timers would be proud of what's going on here now.